Hey guys, welcome to the second year of the Midnight Suns Awards. As you can tell, this is a highly prestigious event. It's not just some random guy on YouTube recording this video out of his bedroom. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the awards. So first we have Action Movie of the Year, and the award goes to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So there's not much more I need to say about this movie. If you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? This is easily the best action movie of the year to me. And you know, every time there's a new Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise always tries to one-up the previous Mission Impossible movie. And yeah, let me just say, if you haven't already seen the crazy train sequence in this movie, the train fight sequence in this movie makes the entire movie worth it. It's worth the price of admission just for that action sequence. Yeah, this movie is amazing. Go and watch it now if you haven't already. And now for the best drama film of the year, it goes to Air. So this is a movie about how Michael Jordan signed with Nike. And there are some really great performances in this movie, like character performances by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. The two of them, they are like best friends in real life, and whenever they appear on screen together, it's just magical. Like, you can really feel their chemistry. And yeah, the character work in this movie is just great. If you really want some good drama, watch this film. And next we have the thriller of the year, and I'm giving this to, surprise, a Singapore movie, which I'm sure many of you watching this video have never seen or heard of. This is a movie called Geylang. If you have the chance to see this movie somehow, go and watch it. Like, I think it's still touring in film festivals around the world. Yeah, this is a really great movie. I think it's actually the best Singapore movie I've ever seen. Yeah, so this is probably the first time a Singapore movie has made it onto my favorite movies of the year. And yeah, I really think Geylang is the best thriller I've seen this year. It's full of all sorts of crazy plot twists. There's like multiple characters, multiple stories that all develop at the same time inside this like red light district called Geylang in Singapore. And yeah, there's a lot of crime, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of betrayers. Yeah, so many plot twists. You'll love it, guys. If you have the chance to see it, I highly recommend it. And next we have the horror movie of the year, and I'm giving it to Saw X or Saw 10. So the thing about this movie is it's not like a full-on horror movie from start to end. Like, for the first one-third of the movie, the first act, there's actually a lot of human drama in it, and actually that was really great. And I don't think it's as gory as the previous Saw movies. This movie really focuses a lot more on like psychological horror, and I really like that. I really like the direction they took with John Kramer's character, the main character of Saw, the main killer. Yeah, this movie is great, and I think it's still scary enough for the horror fans out there, so yeah, I love this movie so much. And for the comedy movie of the year, I'm giving the award to Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. This movie is absolutely hilarious. Chris Pine is so funny in this movie. The dialogue is really great. And if you like RPG games, if you like Dungeons & Dragons at all, definitely watch this movie because it's really made for people like you. I don't think any other movie this year came as close to being as funny as this movie. And for the fantasy movie of the year, I'm giving it to Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. So to me, this is easily the second best live-action Transformers movie of all time. The only movie I like more than this in the Transformers franchise is the original 2007 one. But yeah, this movie is awesome, and it's kind of a reboot actually of the whole Transformers franchise. So if you were kind of sick of the previous few movies, I think you should really give this one a shot because this one is really great. And if you just want to watch a fun summer blockbuster movie that is really simple, this is it. In fact, I think this is the only movie on this entire list that I actually watched twice in theaters because I love the movie so much. Plus, I attended the grand premiere in Singapore, the worldwide premiere. Yeah, that was really great. And for the sci-fi movie of the year, I'm giving the award to The Creator. So this is a movie by Gareth Edwards. You might know him from Star Wars Rogue One or Godzilla. Yeah, this is his new baby. And it's been a long time since I've seen a new sci-fi movie with its own original world that feels so different from all the other sci-fi movies I've seen. Like, the closest thing I can think of that kind of matches the tone of this movie is like District 9. But yeah, I really like the fresh take on sci-fi and androids and all that in this movie. So yeah, highly recommend this movie for all you sci-fi fans out there. And for the superhero movie of the year, I'm giving it to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So I know there's always talk about superhero fatigue, but I don't really think that there's really superhero fatigue. I think there is bad movie fatigue. And even though I'm not one of the people who think that the previous few Marvel movies were like unwatchable, I actually still quite like them. But I will have to admit that the quality post-Endgame has definitely dropped drastically. However, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is easily up there in like the top half of the good Marvel movies pre-Endgame even. So yeah, this is like James Gunn's send-off. This is the final Marvel movie he made before he went off to DC. And yeah, I really like how they ended the whole journey for the Guardians in this movie. The movie is surprisingly sad, but also quite uplifting at the same time. So for the animated movie of the year, I'm giving it to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So I actually wanted to put this movie as the best superhero movie of the year as well, but it has one big flaw in that this movie itself isn't complete. Like, it's just the first half of a story. And when I compare that to Guardians 3, I cannot say that this is better than that because Guardians 3 actually felt like a complete story on its own. But yeah, apart from that, this is actually one of the best part 1s to any film series I've ever seen. And if you really love the first Spider-Verse movie like I did, then you must watch this movie. The animation is fantastic, the action scenes are fantastic. Everything about this movie is just amazing. And that plot twist at the end was epic. Yeah, I can't wait for the next part. And for the video game movie of the year, I'm giving it to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Well, what can I say? Jack Black stole this show totally as Bowser. He has one of the best music performances in any movie in this entire year. And overall, as a huge Mario fan, I really love all the fan service in this movie and I highly recommend it for all the Mario fans out there. And for the sports movie of the year, I'm giving it to Creed 3. So this is a boxing movie, it's from the Rocky franchise. It's a sequel to Creed 1 and 2 and yeah, the story continues on in this movie and it takes a very dark turn. It's a story about friendship, love, and fame. And I know that Jonathan Majors, who is the main villain in this movie, he's in a lot of legal trouble right now. But setting that aside, his performance in this movie was really astounding. This is easily my favorite sports movie of the year and I highly recommend it for anybody who's a boxing fan or even just a fan of the Rocky movies or the Creed movies. If you want to see some hot-blooded action, just check this movie out. So for the best musical film of the year, I'm giving it to Wonka. So I totally did not expect this to be a musical film at all. Like, just from watching the trailers, I did not expect this to be a musical. And I was pleasantly surprised at all the great music tracks in this movie. I really love the Oompa Loompa song. I think Hugh Grant really stole this movie for the little screen time he had as the Oompa Loompa. And yeah, I really love this movie. It's so lighthearted, it's so cheerful, it's so vibrant. It really is a good movie for people of all ages. And the music is great. And for the historical movie of the year, I'm giving it to Oppenheimer. So this movie is really the definition of epic. You know, there's like so many crazy things happen in this movie without the use of CGI, like the explosions and all that. I think Christopher Nolan is really like the master of practical filmmaking. And yeah, this movie as a whole is really a masterpiece. Like, Robert Downey Jr. puts one of the best performances I've ever seen him put on in any movie. And Cillian Murphy is just fantastic as well. I think the both of them should be nominated for Oscars for their performances in this movie. I found this movie to be so interesting and it is really the definition of an epic movie. And for the documentary film of the year, I'm giving it to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie. So it's no secret, I'm a huge Swiftie. I really love Taylor Swift and this movie is really for all her fans. I really think that Taylor Swift is the best living, breathing musician in the entire world right now. And there's really nobody on her level and this movie proves that. This movie is an absolute spectacle and watching it in cinemas was really jaw-dropping. And yeah, they're still screening this movie here in Singapore for like almost 2 months. It's really great. If you have the chance to watch it in the cinema, go and watch it in the cinema. Like, it's such a different experience there. If you like her music at all, this movie is for you. And that brings me to the best movie of the year, and it is also the Taylor Swift Eras Tour film. Now you might be thinking, how can this movie possibly be the best movie of the year? I'm clearly biased. And yes, I am clearly biased. However, let me explain to you why I think this is the best movie of the year. First of all, this is the only movie that I've ever reviewed in my entire channel that has a perfect 10 out of 10 score. And the reason for that is that it is literally a perfect concert movie. And I've seen quite a few concert movies in the past, but really nothing is on this level. This concert film is like a real next level documentary that makes you feel like you're actually in the arena watching her perform live. And yeah, it is really great. Is it a perfect movie? Maybe not. But is it a perfect concert movie? Yes, I think it is. And for that reason, for being a 10 out of 10 movie, the only 10 out of 10 movie I've ever reviewed on this channel, I am giving it the award for the best movie of the year. And yeah, that brings me to the end of my favorite movies of 2023. This is just the first part of the Midnight Suns Awards. Do stay tuned in the coming days if you would like to see what I ranked as my favorite games of the year, as well as my favorite TV shows of the year. And so the second annual Midnight Suns Awards will continue, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching and I will see you all real soon. Stay gold everybody. Bye guys.